Turns out that working can be a lot easier when the commute is to your couch. I think a lot of people are experiencing that. The New York Times reporting some millennials are deciding to quit their jobs rather than return to the office now that they have seen the perks of working from home. Some millennials even say that the pandemic convinced them to drop out of corporate life with stable, cushy jobs and instead pursue risky dreams that would be unthinkable in the days before COVID. Timpf joins us on that. This is fascinating because I think everyone has someone in their life, it's a brother, a sister, an aunt, an uncle, cousin, whatever it is, who have made major life changes because of the pandemic, some good, some bad.
Right, and it absolutely makes sense for two reasons. One of them is obviously this pandemic was in some way a traumatic event for all of us, whether we lost a loved one or, just not being able to be around other people, which is living in a way that is nothing like how humans are supposed to live. Or you always make this choice, right? Do I want this stable career or do I want to do what I love? And when this happened and multiple industries were basically shut down, people probably started asking themselves, wait, what does stability even mean? And does it even exist?
Yeah, there was something going on there that before all this where there was a bit of an entitlement thing going on where, people coming out of college believed that they could go, travel the country, travel the world while trying to maintain a job. You think it gave them more of an excuse, maybe, Kat? They can hold down the job, the income continues while they travel. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing. And right, obviously you or I did not have that luxury with, but I love my job. I have a fun job, right? But for some people, they've been working from home. I see some of my friends, I follow them on Instagram, and it's like, oh, they're in Mexico. Oh, they're in Dubai. Oh, and they're still working. Yeah. So to say, hey, you got to be back in the office, a lot of people might be saying to themselves, you know what? I really like being able to go to Dubai on a Tuesday.
They're calling it the YOLO economy. The quote from the New York Times is this: some are abandoning cushy and stable jobs to start a new business, turn a side hustle into a full-time gig, or finally work on that screenplay.
I'm going to do my screenplay next pandemic.
Others are scoffing at their bosses' return to office mandates and threatening to quit unless they're allowed to work wherever and whenever they want. I think this is, to be very serious, this is going to be a really interesting transition over the next year or so when a lot of these companies, Goldman Sachs I'll use as an example, the CEO says, I need people to get back to the office. Production is struggling as a result of, for some companies that is, with the stay-at-home orders.
They said particularly on Mondays and Fridays, they are having a difficult, because, taking the weekend a little bit longer.
It is going to be interesting, though, to attract top talent back to the office. I've said it's going to be becoming a sort of a bargaining chip, for these big law firms that have these negotiations that take place out of top law schools. Some might say, great, I'll come on board, but I want to work 4 days a week in the office, one day, Friday at home.
Yeah, others will say, hey, I see Jessica in Dubai. I want to do that. Jessica.
All right, Kat, good stuff. I don't know, John. I mean, it's not I guess if you can entirely work on your computer, entirely remotely, and you've got no strings attached, you can hop on a plane and go just about anywhere, right?
I know of a lovely little island in the Caribbean that's got gigabit internet service.
Fantastic.
And we could just put a flat screen up behind me of this picture and could be the same thing. You never know.
America reports from that tiny island. I can see it happening. Let's do it.
I'd probably get bored of eating coconuts. Coming up next.